in just a second. Let me set up the big screen here. You said what number?
1 minute and 2 seconds.
It's only letting me go. Okay, here it is. 103 is where it's letting me.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, begin. No, I'm letting you. No, don't begin it yet. But I'm letting you know to start the intro.
Okay, so let me get back to 103 because I did this. I messed up a little bit. Okay, there we are. All right, so hello everybody and welcome to Fright Night Theater. My name is Zach and with me is Josh.
Hello.
And tonight we are going to watch Nick Millard's film Cemetery Sisters, which was released overseas as The Sisters of Death.
All right, let's do it. This must have been shot on VHS. I mean, a VHS tape.
It was back in 1988 in beautiful San Francisco.
Ah, just married. Let's see the lovely couple.
That is director Nick Millard right there.
That's him?
Yeah, the dude with the mustache.
Dang, he's old, dude. How old is he?
He's 47 there, but he's like 70 something now.
Damn.
Don't kiss me until you shave that mustache.
Damn. No offense, there's some bad editing in this. A little bit. Damn, how many times does she have to stab him to? And he should already be dead. I wonder why he died at the fireplace. Ah, the Cemetery Sisters. They didn't even show the full title. Good.
All right, I'm tiling up the budget for this movie.
That should bring about 15,000.
So the overall plot of this movie is that they murdered their husbands and then collect on what their husbands, like their insurance. Their whole point of it is to open up their own mortuary.
All right.
Golly. I'll tell you what. She killed him in a violent way. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
You have to stab him so often.
These two women are actually sisters in real life.
Man. The one with the long hair is pretty good looking. The other one looks like a man.
I knew you were riding the cotton pony, but my goodness gracious me, I didn't expect it to be that bad.
I'd love to have included that in the Beyond. Damn. Oh, look at that. What is that?
It's a knife sharper. It sharpens knives.
Never seen that before. But she's good at stabbing people. I'm gonna tell you, she should be the next Michael Myers. You know?
Wait, what was Michael Myers' niece's name?
Lori.
Yeah, there we are.
They're not related in the sequel that's coming out in October.
Hmm.
At least in that timeline. Wow.
This is sharp enough to cut Mr. Adams's hair. If you recall, Josh, this is the same house from Criminally Insane 2.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
See, I haven't got to. I've only seen bits and pieces of the second one. You told me that it was pretty much stock footage for the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
We'll need to do a back-to-back films on them.
She's wearing a texture fail.
Yeah, I've seen women wear those ugly things. Woo! I like the couch though. I'd rather have it in black though, or red, or
Getting better.
or gray.
Young, very pretty, somewhat shy woman. Wishes to meet man of me. Age is no barrier. Please call 356-9299. How are things going with George? George owns lots of stocks and bonds. He was telling me all about them last week.
While he was writing me.
Now, I think he might propose. Very good. Good, also into the magazine.
Oh, if it only she just have a little bit longer hair, she might actually be all right. But man, right now she looks like a dude. Those nails are hideous. Hey, it's the same neighborhood as Poltergeist. It's Norman Bates Jr.
That is Albert Eskenazi, who has appeared in several Nick Millard films. I believe it started with 357 Magnum, and I think it ended with this movie, if I'm correct.
Look, they got a pumpkin on the porch. It's kind of a precursor. Michael Myers' evil twin sister. Tabitha Myers. Oh, Joan Myers.
Hello, George. How are you?
Fine, Leslie. Just fine. You?
Oh, fine.
Good. Glad that you're here today, Leslie, because I have a question to ask John, which concerns you too. Thank you.
I want all your insurance money, bitch. And I want to know why you haven't stabbed me yet.
I know how close the two of you are. Joan has told me about your childhood at the funeral home.
She did?
Yes.
Well, I hope she didn't forget to mention that our daddy was the best mortician in Winston-Salem. As strange as it may sound,
Winston-Salem?
we both liked the funeral.
That's actually not too far from my house.
The quiet and the beautiful floral bouquets. And we had very nice living quarters in the back of the funeral home. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was the other children who made it unbearable for us. The kids we went to school with. They taunted us because of what our father did for a living and because of where we lived. But we got it.
When's she gonna kill that man? Come on, kill him! Kill him!
The revenge they enacted on those kids was sending him to a bus and then sending that bus into a bunch of radioactive mist.
For 8 years.
Yeah,
This is my
and
wife,
that's why
Ashley.
we have the children.
I'd like to ask you to marry me.
Oh, George. Of course I'll marry you.
And then I'll murder you after I'm married.
I'm very happy for you both. But please understand, George, I must look out for my younger sister's interests.
What do you mean?
What provisions will you make for Joan in your will?
My will? I haven't thought about it.
That's why I spoke up.
I don't think very much at all.
She'll be my beneficiary.
Your sole beneficiary?
Yes.
Red flag.
Yep. Oh, I wonder how she felt actually really kissing him. Vegas Strip. Oh, 24-hour marriage. I mean, one of those fast weddings.
George, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife? I do.
I think that's Nick Millard playing the minister.
Husband.
He must have shot this over a weekend.
relatively short shooting days. If I remember correctly. All I know is that they shot this around Halloween, 1988.
Stop the car.
We're out in the middle of nowhere. There's no gas stations around here.
Stop the car, or I'll be all over the seat.
Okay.
Oh, what a way to murder him and then take his money.
The interiors of the car were actually different. It wasn't this car that they're in now. This film has a very Halloween flavor about it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
George, you'll have to walk away so you don't see.
All right, Leslie.
Oh, the same knife. Joan Myers. That's what I'm going to call her, Joan Myers.
Actually, that's Leslie.
Leslie Myers.
An 80s movie and another sweater.
I recognize that music. That was used in Dawn of the Dead. Damn. She's as violent as her sister.
Did you notice that whenever she stabbed him, the knife was cardboard covered in tinfoil?
Mm-hmm.
So this film should not be taken seriously. This is supposed to be a black comedy.
We'll report George missing to the police. And when the body's found, you'll inherit everything.
Damn, heartless witches. I hope the bodies come back and terrify and torture them.
AT&T? 28.5. Good. George had 200 shares. That makes 5,700. IBM, 100 shares? So 117. It's 11,700. George sure knew what he was doing. I think he had a nice time in Las Vegas, don't you? Oh, I'm sure he did.
Oh, he got blitzed.
I thought so too.
Damn.
I'm glad we had pictures taken. There'll be a nice memory of George. Yes.
Moving on.
General Motors. $59.
Damn. You can definitely tell this was shot off a VHS camera because I used to make films like this. I was in the late 80s, 90s. Damn.
Yeah, whenever Nick showed long scenes like this, it was supposed to be like realistic, you know, like it does take a long time to do your hair and stuff like that.
I'm going to make you look very pretty.
That's Nick Millard's daughter.
She is not very attractive, is she? I thought it was a boy.
And that woman on the table is also Nick Millard's daughter. The one who's playing the corpse looks more like Nick's wife, Ermi, and the younger one looks more like Nick.
I'd much rather play with you than with my doll.
This was a family affair.
Damn. You got creeped out there for a minute there.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello.
May I speak to the person who placed the ad?
Captain Unibrow.
I'm on this ad.
I'm Boyd Temple. Your ad said that you're somewhat shy. I am too.
We have that in common. What kind of work do you do, Boyd?
I'm in
I work in
porn.
I'm a stockbroker.
Oh, that's wonderful. My sister and I both own some stocks and bonds.
I'd like very much to meet you. Maybe we could go out to dinner.
That sounds lovely.
Would Friday night be okay?
What's funny is I had that same phone that she's using right now. I remember back in the day. Next time she answers the phone, we got Hookers Incorporated.
Well, there goes the blood budget.
Yeah. I'd like to know why people have hair like
Well,
that.
we got a live one. He's a stockbroker, and he says his father owns a broken child. Oh, sounds promising. We're going to have dinner Friday night. I want to do the tape for that video dating club. Will you run the camera? Okay.
That's a Super 8 camera.
Yeah, I wish I had one right now. Those were the days, you know?
I've got several of them.
Hi, my name is John Stan.
That's the best way to
I'm
film.
22 years old. I'm 5'5", and I weigh 115 pounds.
And by the time you get this tape, I'll probably be 35.
I've never done this before, so I'm a little shy.
And I'm also a hooker from a former life.
I'd like to meet a very nice
And I will
man.
stab you with a knife if you piss me off.
Oh, she'll stab you regardless.
Someone who is financially secure, affectionate.
And doesn't mind being stabbed by my ass.
Apparently, none of that stuff is there anymore.
That one hotel is.
Well, I mean, you can't drive down the strip anymore.
I do.
Oh, man.
Stock footage. Look, you could see Albert Eskenazi in the reflection.
That's funny. Whose apartment was that really?
Oh, that's Nick's house.
Also, they just use his house for the films.
Yeah, because I mean, like, why spend money going to a location when you have your own house?
Give him a chance to eat his breakfast before you come up, okay? Sure.
Actually, you know, it would probably be better to stab him without a full stomach because, as we all know, when you die,
shit all over the place.
Yeah.
Boy, wake up. I've got your breakfast.
Oh, I had a full course last night. Now I'm expecting dessert.
Boy, wake up.
Morning.
Goodness gracious me, his eyebrows are taking over his face.
I know, right?
You're welcome, boy.
And her nose looks like it's coming out grows every time you see the baby. Look at that egg. No, that's not how you make an egg. Golly. That's not how you make a fried egg.
Well, I mean, it seems kind of leaky, so I'm guessing they did it good.
No, they're just the way I like them.
Good.
Now send them to kill him, please.
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Boyd likes the way it cooks the eggs. Good.
Oh. You gotta admit, I would at least wait until he got done eating or something, but
Leslie would like to know if you'd like another cup of coffee, Floyd.
Yes, thanks, Joan.
Wait, he just die, motherfucker! Yeah! It's Psycho! Damn, bitch! Yeah, they're definitely using music from Dawn of the Dead.
I'm dead now.
Damn. I think the way I killed my friend yesterday in the movie was a little better than that.
And this is Nick Millard's wife, Ermi, short for Imgard.
Get a look at this. See if we can see what she looks like.
Remember the corpse on the bed? She looks a little like that. Be nice, because I've seen reviews where people harp on the way Nick's wife looks. Let's be respectful to Mrs. Ermi. She's awesome.
Little bitch, anti-lust.
Yes, folks, you heard that correctly. The character's name is Anti-Lust.
Let her in. But for God's sake, don't let her come up here. Okay.
I would have killed her too, and then that'll be a safe.
And David, how nice to see you.
Hello, Nancy. How are you?
She's a golly.
Where's Joan?
Oh, she's tidying up the bedroom. She'll be done in just a moment. Let me take your bag.
She's German, Imgard is.
I can tell.
Can I get you some coffee?
Oh, thank you. A little later.
She looks like a bird. No offense, but
How have you been, David?
Oh, fine. I'm single again. My divorce will be final on Monday.
She looks like everybody's aunt.
Sorry.
No, I'm glad to be rid of him. He was too much of a prude. He caught me in bed with the grocery delivery boy.
He might have forgiven you.
You're very understanding, dear. That's why I've always been my favorite niece.
Hello, Auntie Friend.
Oh, hello, my not favorite niece.
Girls, would you mind if I stayed with you this weekend? I have some legal papers to sign on Monday.
Sure, you can stay.
Thank you, dear.
My boiling point has reached above the clouds.
what are they gonna do with the body?
With it? What are we going to do now? I don't know. You should have told her she couldn't stay. I couldn't. Well, how do you suggest we get rid of him? We'll have to wait. He's going to start to stink soon.
Well, if you didn't feed him those eggs before you killed him, he wouldn't smell that bad.
Jack is nosy. What are you going to say? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Well, I'll leave you with your husband. I'm glad I don't have to sleep with that.
Damn. I'll tell you what, they really know how to kill somebody in this movie, though.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Hello, this is Marvin Ridley. I saw your videotape at Singles Vid Service.
He's got a mullet and jerry curls at the same time.
Crazy, isn't it?
I was hoping we could meet.
Hey, look at Howie Mandel of a second.
I like that. Can you tell me a little about yourself?
Sure. What would you like to know?
Besides that, I'm a hooker.
Have you ever been married?
Do you suck pansies?
No.
What kind of business are you
I don't want to get too nasty with the movie, so I'll be nice.
We import electronic equipment from Asia.
I'm a film actor. That's one thing you could tell her. He played a downed American flyer in another Nick Millard movie.
So that's a house.
Yep, that's Nick Millard's house.
It's a pretty weird looking house.
It still looks that way today.
Where is he living? In LA?
No, he lives in Vegas now.
Oh, okay. I should write him sometime and let him see my films. Okay, this is getting a little out of hand with the hair brushing part. Mortuary.
You are hearing that correctly.
Oh! 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 I'm sorry, I had to do that. That was just hilarious.
Dad, what are you doing?
It's called environment, Joey.
Can I try?
Is your homework all done?
Yes, it is.
I want you to grow up to be the perfect little psycho.
Back and forth. Good. That's it. Back and forth. See how all the blood comes out?
Oh,
Dad, when I grow up, I want to be a mortician too.
Golly, her acting sucks. I'm sorry. Who's that?
that's stock footage from Satan's Black Wedding.
That's where we keep the dead people.
Yeah, she's in Satan's Black Wedding. She's a vampire, but Nick tends to reuse footage from his older films when necessary.
I may do that with Beyond the Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Think a little better. Long run. Hey, it works for him, right?
Yeah. This instrument that you're hearing here, according to Nick and Irmi, I think it's a moog.
I wonder who that is in that picture over there.
Yeah, apparently that picture is like rare, I guess, according to Nick's commentary.
Shubei's too old. He could have helped me with a project. Watch, she'll find the body. I bet you. Watch.
Yes, Anthony.
May I come in? I thought we might have some girl talk.
I'm a little tired.
You're not hiding a nice young man in there, are you?
Oh, no, Aunt Ingrid.
You could see why this is a black comedy.
Sharing.
Oh, Aunt Ingrid, you're terrible.
I know, but not when I'm in bed.
Aye.
Rest now. But I'll be back later.
Okay.
No offense, the movie is pretty humorous, but the acting is pretty bad. Golly. And they leave the body there. All right, that's San Francisco there.
Yeah, according to Nick, he used to ride those cable cars to school.
And now San Francisco is nothing but a poop city. Look at that. So she found her another man.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder how long the time span is from each man that they kill.
Yeah, that's what I've been wondering. Because if you notice, the police never appear in this movie, so I'm wondering, like, do they wait? Because I mean, like, you would think that every time they get married and their husbands drop like flies, like, wouldn't somebody notice something?
I know, right?
Well, it was very nice of you to invite me.
Nice of you to accept.
You're the nicest person I've met in a long, long time.
That's what you just said. Your other husband, you killed recently.
She's calling him the nicest person, but wait until a little later in the movie. He shows his true colors.
He beats her, probably.
Leslie, dear.
If I were her, I put the
hide him beneath the mattress. That'll start that urban legend, you know.
That's what I was gonna say. Just put her under the bed or something.
Leslie.
He must be stockpiling the same thing she's saying over and over again. Leslie, Leslie. I think she said it like 15 times since we watched the movie.
Hide him in the bathtub. I don't know. Obviously, this movie is all taking place around a very short amount of time because that pumpkin's still there.
Yeah.
Have you gotten rid of the body yet? No, shh. Auntie is still here.
Leslie, it's me.
You've been in there for 3 months. What are you doing?
You're going to like Marvin. It's very nice. Is he cute? Kind of.
He kind of looks like a rat with a mohawk.
Tomorrow.
Take that back, Jerry curls.
You've got to get rid of Boyd.
Well, seeing as you've been spending so much time in this room, just wait for him to dissolve.
You slip Boyd into a body bag and slide him downstairs to the guard trunk. All right. But first,
We've only got about 20 minutes of this movie left.
I think that's a good idea. The police will be overly suspicious. Have you forgotten why we're doing all this? I haven't forgotten.
What if he did a sequel to this movie?
Nick has thought about it.
Best funeral home in San Francisco. That's why I think we should be careful. I need more embalming experience. All right, have it your way.
Damn. I'm
Yeah,
sure
I know.
Hornets are set in by now. I'm sorry. She's an ugly woman. I'm sorry. I can't lie. No disrespect. She is an ugly woman. Woo! What were you going to say?
I was going to say, even if this movie feels long, it's only been about 30 minutes.
It's Ingrid Stanton. How are you? Good. I'm single again, Charlie. I thought we might get together.
And have a hooker.
I haven't forgotten what a good ride among big cowboys.
You're not far off with that exclamation of the character, Josh.
So she's a hooker,
It
basically.
will have to be
Well, she ain't getting paid for this, so basically she's just
Great.
lustful.
I'll see you at 8. Bye.
I'd have to say, of the Nick Millard films I've seen, this is one of the ones I like.
It's Ingrid Stanton. I'm single again.
Yes, you heard that right, folks. 2 dates in one night.
No, I can't make it at 8. It'll have to be 10. Great. Bye-bye.
I like the lighting in this movie.
She has an obsession. Wonder why she keeps wanting to involve people.
Well, I mean, like I said earlier, the whole reason they're killing people is to open up a mortuary.
Yeah, it's true. In and out, in and out. Oh. The music they're playing right now is kind of creepy. Oh, here's where I do my line. Here we go. Watch this. She left the damn door open. Hookers Incorporated.
Oh, Marvin, darling. How nice of you to come. I missed you. I think John is out. She had an errand to run.
I'm Thomas now.
Ready for that hooker to show up. Something tells me they're getting ready to kill her ass. Oh, she found the body!
Marvin, I have to hang up. Somebody's at the door.
You left the door open, bitch.
You nosy old bitch.
Time to kill the bitch.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah! Take out that bitch! Yeah! Well, it was to happen, wasn't it? Oh, no, that's the best face I've seen on her all day, the whole movie.
She's died in like 4 of Nick's movies, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I could make mock trailer out of this. You know that? Just that scream.
Yep.
But I wouldn't do that to your friend, to Nick McClellan. Just out of respect, I won't do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him if I can include this in in one of my trailers. I'll write him and ask him. Tell him that was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Call it Psycho Bitch or something like that. The trailer.
Mm-hmm.
A psycho. Damn.
You always did favor Leslie. Oh, Auntie. Poor Auntie. Poor Auntie saw Boyd. She would have turned us in. Why did you get rid of him like you were supposed to? I couldn't. Marvin called. I liked Auntie. She liked you. Maybe she even remembered her favorite niece in her will.
These two are actually pretty good actresses. I'll have to give them that.
Not bad. Damn. That scene right there was the most entertaining part of the whole movie. Stabbing the ants. Damn. You know, people who see this video are probably going to get a good laugh out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go again. More brushing. Just like that, the children where there's lots of houses. This is a lot of brushing.
At least it only lasts a couple of like a minute.
Gonna have visions of that ugly kid again.
But we're gonna I think we're gonna see some stock footage from some of Nick's movies here. She's having like a flashback to going to the movie theater, if I remember correctly.
Surprised Crazy Ethel will make that appearance. I'm sorry, but that girl is just ugly as can be. She looks like a dude.
Yep, Satan's Black Wedding released as a double feature with Criminally Insane in 1975.
I mean, maybe we should have done these two. Now, what other that movie there? We could do a double feature with another film. That one.
Those rats are stock shots from Willard, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I remember Willard.
Yeah, almost all of Nick's films run about an hour. The longest, I think, is an hour and 10 minutes. I have come to get a perm.
Damn. That is just, she had long hair, she might be okay, but mom, I just. Is that vampire movie you're talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Dang, she's a vicious one, isn't she?
Yeah. Removing her eyebrows makes her look actually more animalistic than a normal human being, you know.
Vampire sisters, huh?
No, not in this case. The plot of Satan's Black Wedding pertains to an evil cult of vampires run by a Catholic priest.
Need a cross, sweetheart. Get a cross, witch. I guess she's turning a bunch of people into vampires these days.
I'm wondering what the budget for this movie was. I mean, Satan's Black Wedding, because I know for a fact that Criminally Insane was shot for $35,000.
Well, the movie we're watching now doesn't look like it had much of a budget of anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm wondering, because according to Nick Millard, if I remember correctly, he actually mortgaged his house to make a film at one point. That mustachioed perm dude is from South Africa.
I'm guessing he's a vampire too. Hell, I don't even have to watch the movie. I can just watch this, and that'll tell me the whole movie. Look, it's the same damn couch.
Oh, it's the same house.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn.
I think you're gonna recognize some footage that we see next. I think. Let's see where does that come into play. I know there's some more stock footage from other Nick Millard films at a later point.
I've never been to Vegas, but I know people who have. Oh, she's getting married to another guy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
I do too.
And then he's gonna beat her, isn't he?
You might have to censor some of his wordings because he does say something rather offensive at a later point.
I'll just put a warning at the video.
I unpacked them, darling. I've got every one of them right here.
Oh, let's see.
So according to Nick, this guy is the gun nut. And all of those prop guns were stolen from Nick's stock house.
This little pea shooter is a 38. It's really not good for much more than killing flies. This is a 45. And this baby is a 357 Magnum.
Marvin, if you were going to shoot someone, which gun would you choose?
You mean to shoot them so they stay shot?
Yes.
No doubt about it. I'd use a 357 Magnum.
Can I hold it?
Sure you can.
So heavy. Is it loaded?
It sure is. You never know when some nigger or commie is going to break in your house.
Damn!
Where's the best place to shoot a man?
People have railed on Nick for utilizing that line, but according to Nick, just because you write a nasty character doesn't mean it's your own personal views.
Honey, don't do that. You should never point a gun at a man unless you intend to shoot him.
I know.
Damn! That was a real shot. There'd be blood splatter all over the place. But another husband dead.
Well, at least Marvin won't have to worry about the commies and the niggers anymore.
Dang. Well, the commies not a problem because there are a lot of commies in this world, but the N-word was kind of a little bit rough there, you know?
Mm-hmm. We need to...
Look, he's dead. Oh, back to the brushing.
And back to some more stock footage that you will recognize, Josh.
I'm just shocked by how, man, we should start calling this movie the hairbrush movie instead.
Mm-hmm. You'll recognize the stock footage, folks. If you're fans of Nick Millard, you'll recognize the stock footage that you see in this next couple of shots. You don't have to hold on your shots. She
is one ugly. I'm sorry. She just. Oh, No! It's my woman! Killing her because she didn't get no food.
The late, great Priscilla Alden. For those of you who have seen 9 Months with Hugh Grant, she's the old lady at the end of the movie.
Damn, she really went wild on that body.
Yeah, the Making Criminally Insane was like physically taxing for actress Priscilla Alden at certain points because according to Nick, he would sometimes shoot 15 takes, and Priscilla would be like, "Nick, you're killing me."
Well,
only 8 more minutes, folks.
of the movie?
Yep.
Dang. Now, who's that?
That's Priscilla.
Is that her as another character, though?
No, this is like I'm trying to remember exactly what Nick said, but she's basically, this footage that we're seeing is of her dream from Criminally Insane. So she's imagining herself dressed as like an empress or something.
It's been a while since I've seen the movie. I had to rewatch it again. Now, I know that movie was filmed in the 70s.
Yeah, 73.
I like a lot of his older stuff better, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This movie here just feels like it was filmed with a VC, like I said, a cheap camcorder.
Well, $1,000 back in the 80s.
Look at that. And I like the camera right now. It can shoot better than that footage that we just were seeing. Except this was shot with a grindhouse type camera.
35 millimeter Aeroflex, if I'm correct.
See, that effect to do with at least it's the 8th, and they're getting rid of that on the end there.
Hey, Josh, I
Yeah.
suggest you pause the video for a second. It's freezing on my side.
Okay. See, that's how my footage would look in my Beyond the Beyond if I shot it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that way, but all right, you ready?
Hold on, where are we? We're at 52:49.
Mm-hmm. Tell me when you're ready.
Ready?
1,
2, 3, now.
I really liked her hair, though. She had really beautiful hair. I'm trying to remember who these people were. I forgot again. It's been a while.
In Criminally Insane, the girl is her sister, and the dude with the wolf bangs is sister's boyfriend.
You shouldn't have tried to go into Grandma's room, Rosalie. No, Ethel, no, not me, Ethel. Not me. Oh, don't hurt me. Please, Ethel. Please don't hurt me, Ethel.
Now, her performance is a lot better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, how many times you got to hit her over the head before she's dead? She kind of reminds me of a girl that I know. friend Courtney.
And folks, the blood that you're seeing is not red paint. That's how blood was actually made back in the 70s.
That's how Dawn of the Dead paint should have been. I mean, blood should have been. Man. Yeah, she still looks like a dude. Hey, it's a scene from Night of the Living Dead. They're coming to get you, Barbara. They're hurting Barbara. They've been dead a long time.
All right, now tell me, what's the surprise? Why are we here? It's ours. This is ours? Yes, and complete with that lovely little mortuary over there on the hill.
So they got what they wanted.
Really?
Yep.
I gave the realtor the deposit late yesterday.
The dance of death.
Somebody gonna say they own the cemetery?
Yeah, now this is their cemetery.
Damn. Well, that was a weird way to end a movie.
Yep.
Hey, the the credits are similar to
Criminally Insane.
Criminally Insane, yeah. Well, everybody, that was Cemetery Sisters. Definitely weird. I have to say it wasn't a bad. It was an okay movie. Some of the actresses in this movie were pretty ugly, but I guess you get what you have. But what do you think, Nick? I mean, not Nick. I mean, Zach. Sorry.
I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
Oh, I wasn't even gonna ask a rating. I was just saying what you thought of the movie.
I like the movie. I like the Halloween flavor it has, vice versa.
We actually need to go back to a rating system, but we'll start that back next week. But everybody, thank you for checking us out. Hopefully you liked everything you saw. If you like what you see, leave a comment and give us a subscribe too, and tell your friends about us. Till next time, y'all have a wonderful day.